I'm gonna do a pull right here.
Thoughts?
It's pretty fast. It feels like mine, okay. The only difference is like, does it have the sound? That's a different sound.
Go to 20 miles an hour if you have space and no one behind us. When you get to a straight, go to 20 and then downshift to first gear and then floor it. I think that's like the best experience.
Okay.
Yeah, that shows what the car is capable of the most. Right here, yeah, right here. First gear and then just absolutely floor it.
Oh, that was fun. Oh, you could feel it. It was about to like, this Mustang Airlines.
For me, like the big difference between the two are, mine's tuned again, so it's not like a fair comparison. Yeah. But like the 4,000 to 5,000 RPM power in this is more than the GT. But as soon as you're at like the red line, the GT comes in. Way better. Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that. Like it doesn't feel too much of a difference.
So I think if I had to guess based off the tune, this one makes 350 horsepower and like 360 pound-feet of torque. And then of course it weighs like 200 pounds less than the GT.
Oh yeah. So how much do you get like that blow-off thing installed?
I installed it myself. It was $80.
Nice.
That was a no-brainer. And then the tune was $500.
Like you could even be going like slow, like in the traffic, and you just hear that sound, and I would love it. This
may sound very cringy, but when I first got it, I was like, I wonder if people would think it's like nitrous. I know that sounds so dumb, but
yeah, I get that. They'll be like, yo, you have like 4 bottles inside.
What do you think about JDM?
Oh, I like JDM cars.
What's your favorite?
That's the reason I want to get turbo, the R34.
Okay.
And I guess the Mach 4 Supra. Typical.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm such a new car person. I would either go with like an R35 GTR. And the only sometimes when I'm bored, I'll just browse on Auto Tempest and just like look for stuff.
I would do that too.
Yeah. The only JDM you would probably find in my search history is an R35 GTR.
Nice.
Do a 50 mile. Go to second gear right now, and then floor it here. Yeah, floor it. Ooh. If you notice when it shifts, it kind of like pushes you forward.
Yes,
you feel
it
that?
does.
The tune did that. Yeah,
I felt that.
Another Mustang, very nice.
It's a Mustang. Yeah. See, that would be me. Like, I see Mustangs all the time, but I'll be like, oh, it's another Mustang. I'll still be happy to see them. I can see why you go crazy with this car.
Yeah. What was my... actually, yeah. You should have seen my gas mileage earlier. It was, probably like 17. I mean, I said that my engine basically blew up. Like, I had to get a new cylinder head. That is because I literally, from the moment I got this car, like for the next 40,000 miles, I probably redlined it like 20 times a day.
Oh my goodness.
I was using the car. Like, yeah. But at a warranty, so.
Oh. What is your dream car?
I'm going to say a Huracan.
Why a Huracan? Because you drove one before?
Oh yeah, I wasn't. If you guys watch the videos, if I'm even gonna put this in the video, but
just in case.
The C7Z06, I've said that thing is it is faster than a Huracan. So when I got in the Huracan, I was thinking like, there's no way this is gonna be actually worth the extra 120K. But that always happens.
What does that mean?
That means it turned off for no reason.
Okay.
Give it a sec. Yeah, let's get back on. So, like the feeling of a Huracan, it's like an earthquake rocket ship is like the 2 best words you can use to describe it. Because like the thing is screaming louder than your car, despite how loud your car is, and the whole thing is like shaking while you're fighting for traction, and it's going to be extremely fast. So it's like I think a Huracan just honestly matches my personality because I like insane stuff, and that thing gives you like the most insane experience ever.
And you drove one before, so you got like the best idea of how it feels like.
Exactly. Why does he have his right turn signal?
I was about to say average BMW moment.
He crashed the BMW and got a Kia.
That's why he should have been a Kia Soul. I've seen a BMW do that before. It was on a highway, the interstate, and he was doing right signal and he went left. An actual BMW, I was like, yo, I understand why people like shit talk BMWs for their turn signals.
I do that when I'm like riding in front of friends just to mess with them, but like you can't, there's no way you're having like that much brain trouble that you actually...
Yeah, there's no way. I have seen, and I remember seeing like this kid, he was driving a BMW, I mean he was like trying to look cool, and he cut me without turning his signal, and I'm like, okay, average BMW driver.
Yep. I feel like the higher the trim level, the worse it gets. Like M cars, yeah.
So German cars, you like BMWs?
Unpopular opinion, not really.
Nice.
I only say that because like they drive well, they're very fast. The interior beats American sports cars all the way.
100%.
The only problem is I'm not a fan of the inline six sound. And I'm like, I feel like, to me at least, half of the experience of a car is how it sounds. And that doesn't, you can't make an inline six sound like a V8 or a V10.
Fair point. So what kind of, I feel like I'm you now.
Yeah, interview me. Let's do it.
So what kind of German car you like?
Porsche. Definitely Porsche. Yep. I had the honor of driving a 911 Turbo and a 997, and that set the bar so unbelievably high.
And
like
the Boxster.
Even the Boxster was like, yeah, a really, really good experience. Now, I would go with something faster than that, but I don't know if you saw the Porsche Cayman one that I did. It was like a black one and had a very, very loud aftermarket exhaust.
Was it there? I don't think you uploaded it.
Way back in the day, way back.
So is it like gone or still there?
It's still there. It is still
Okay,
there. It's not a very popular video. But I would say a 911 Turbo would be like almost the dream. The dream would be a GT3 Porsche if I wasn't going for a
GT3 RS,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah, or even just a GT3. Period. Like the 9,000 RPM redline. So how do you feel about the speed? Like, is it really like, does it feel exactly the same as the GT, or like a little bit slower, a little bit faster? How do you feel?
I would say a little bit, I guess a little bit slower, just a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like this one like kicks in faster, but yours...
Yeah, yours kicks in faster. I would agree to that.
Yours, yeah, as it builds up, like that's when, as soon as you get closer to the red line, it feels...
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I know you mentioned you watched the video on like the EcoBoost GT comparison.
Yes.
Any reason? Probably it's always money's the reason. But like, why did you look at a 2018 GT with like the 10-speed automatic and the increased red line?
I did, but first, yes, money is one thing. But secondly, I just prefer the 2016. I mean, the 2015 to 2017 look, the front end.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't really like the 2018.
Respect to that.
Compared to this. Plus, it was cheaper. It's cheaper. It's the car. It's the look I like. So why not? You know. Do you ever plan to get a GT?
I was so close, but I was like, I really, really want to wait for something exotic. Like, I guess you asked what the dream car was. Maybe is there a roundabout right up? No.
I was going to go back there.
Yeah. It's as soon as I can afford it. It's for me. It's either going to be an R8, an Audi R8 with a gated manual, a Porsche GT3, 2014. Those are like $140,000. Shelby GT500 would definitely do. Or maybe even like a Ferrari FF with like the V12, because you can get those for like $140,000. So as soon as I can afford a $150,000 car, that's when I'm gonna go all in.
Nice.
It's gonna be a while, by the way.
Yeah, you get there.
We'll see.
You definitely get there.
Would you say that you think this is worth like the $20,000?
Yeah, I would say it's very worth. Like, for someone who likes cars and it's like, let's say you're out of high school or something like that, I find this car is very ideal if you like Mustangs. You could honestly get it. It's very cheap.
We know how much hate Mustangs get, but imagine a 4-cylinder Mustang.
Yeah, the
Dude,
EcoBooom.
EcoBooom and the shorts comments on this go crazy. Crazy.
Like, Mustangs get their own hate, and EcoBoost is like, they get hate by their own Mustang drivers.
Yeah, you have everyone else plus Mustang people.
Yeah, that you're done for.
Yeah. But then again, I feel like the only people who like genuinely like spread hate like that are either people who don't have a car, or people whose like entire personality is based on their car. Because then, like, if you define yourself by what car you have, then like that's seems to be like the typical like Hellcat community. Like, their Instagram page is filled with their car. Like, their Snapchat, like everything is just their car. And it's like, of course you're gonna hate, because like that's how you define yourself.
Yeah, because nothing's better than your car unless someone has your car.
Exactly. Yep.
But yeah, the only reason, do you see like any problems in the future with this car? Because I've heard there are a lot of, like, this car doesn't last over 100,000 miles.
About 10,000 miles ago, when I was on my way to record the review of this car, like the first ever video I did, I literally just left my apartment, and as I was driving, the fattest cloud of white smoke came out of it was a smoke screen to the entire road. So I turned back around, I'm like, a great start to this YouTube channel, like fantastic. And I was like, I didn't want anything to stop me, so I left and I sent it and I recorded the video, and nothing ever happened since. But dealership has said nothing, that just happened, and I haven't heard.
So it wasn't like an issue, right?
It's obviously a coolant leak would be like, I think the problem. But my feeling is one day it's just going to go kaboom. We'll see. But yeah, I see a lot of issues coming up with this, 100%.
Like, would you still like keep this car, or would you get something around the same price or slightly more expensive?
I think if this thing blew up, I would just get like a $3,000 shit box until I can buy like something crazy.
Until you can buy what you want.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, the channel isn't all my car, so it's not like the car I have entirely relies on like, or produces the content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't really need a car.
Yours though, dude, I mean, I'm sure if you even uploaded some POV drives or anything, like, they would probably get somewhat decent views, like, even if you didn't like try.
I feel yeah, and it's a Mustang, so it's like one of the highest searches for people that want to look into Mustangs as well. And of course they would choose the GT, or like those, or people who own EcoBoost and want a GT, they will watch something like this. And one more thing about Mustangs is, you see how I park the car and it's like far back? That's just how it is. The front end is just super long.
I feel that. So all in all, your thoughts?
It's a very nice car.
All right.
I would say reliability, I'll worry about that. But overall driving experience, sound, I know it's tuned and modded, but everything, I like it.
Hell yeah. Good. All right. Cheers.
I'm not your average EcoBooom hater.
Good.